Pit to win to move in, and they're almost set. Ready, race two. Light flashing. Set, they're ready. Divide the Sea just dawdled out from towards the outside. Special Bow dropped back, immediately cut across onto the rails for Pike. Power and Passion went back, and Annihilator, one of the first to get going with Ascendancy. Hip Wiggler jumped quickly. Now the roughy Pit to win driving forward. The heavily backed Tremika over on the outside, surging up there with those leaders, and three wide, 3 E's. Pushing up now Ascendancy to try and hold that spot just in behind them, being followed on the rails. Special Bow, a length and a half. Power and Passion capped outside of Divide the Sea. 800 left to travel. Pit to win on the inside, led by half a length over Tremika, who'd settled up there right at its girth. Then Annihilator third, 3/4 of a length away. Hip Wiggle given a great ride by Oliver fourth. On the rails Ascendancy. 3 E's in the orange colours around it, going forward 3 deep. Then came Special Bow coming off the fence for Pike from Power and Passion, and Divide the Sea, a length and a half off those, and about 4 from the leader in a bunched up field at the 370. About to set sail for the judge. Pit to win tackled and now headed by Tremika. Hip Wiggles a length and a half away. 3 E's runs on in the middle. Annihilator. McNaught's going back towards the inside with Ascendancy. Pike threading his way through. Special Bow, Power and Passion, then Divide the Sea. Annihilator, Tremika, Ascendancy down on the inside, but it's Annihilator. It drops a gear, comes away from them. Annihilator too good. Divide the Sea was finishing strongly late. Might have grabbed second on the line, but Annihilator much too good. Divide the Sea, I thought second. Close up Tremika or Power and Passion and Ascendancy. Behind them Special Bow, every chance. Hip Wiggle, followed then by on the outside 3 E's, and dropping out last of all the rank outsider Pit to win. Number 3 is the winner, Annihilator. Number 3, Annihilator, who overcame a wide run last start to score effortlessly at a maiden race at Northam, has certainly gone right on with the job here this afternoon. This Akeed Mafeed 3-year-old for Neville Parnham, and Annihilator with Brad Parnham aboard has surged in the last 100 metres, really accelerated, and has come away. Divide the Sea from last, lunging to grab second, third, either Tremika or Power and Passion, and behind those then was Ascendancy. It didn't look as though Special Bow got a lot of room in the last 100 or so. The winner's owned by Santo Waliardo, Nev and Carolyn Parnham, along with Sarah Williamson, trained by Neville Parnham, ridden by Brad Parnham, and goes back to back, 6 starts, 2 wins and 2 seconds. Second will be the Divide the Sea by Moshe from Rasheen, for Murray Sharp, I Wheatland, S Willock, G Baker, I Kasma, KL Kasma, B Edwards, S Doyle, C Carter, W Comerford, Harry Grace in the saddle from last. Around them to grab second, Trevor Andrews prepares, and waiting on that photo for third between Power and Passion by War Chant from Passion Cantata, Paul Jordan, Craig Staples, or Tremika by Epaulette from Martika, Simon Miller, Chris Parnham. Tremika was back from $5 into $3.30. A good go there. The winner, Annihilator, $7, 8's back into $7.50. And third goes to 2, Power and Passion, ahead of Tremika, number 6. 3, 1, 2 and 6. The official placings here after race number 2. Margins to follow. Third race this afternoon, the Heineken 3 handicap over 1,200 metres at 2:35, and no changes there to declare in the next on the card. Okay, 1:25.84 there the time, 1 3/4 a neck. Impressive win, impressive victory last start in a maiden, and looks as though it's progressed and gone on to the next level, Brittany.
Thanks very much, Darren. I've got Neville Parnham down here, son Brad bringing Annihilator back in. After the last start victory at Northam, Neville, did you think Annihilator could go on with it?
Yeah, I was actually quite confident he would. He seemed to hit a flat spot before after his first 2 seconds, and I thought I'd be putting him in the paddock, but he just, yeah, all of a sudden he just started to do really well and started to work better, and, you know, the pennies dropped with him now, and his last win was obviously very good. I waited for Brad to come back and after his bit of suspension to start him again, and yeah, I expected him to win today.
Very confident. We should have spoke to you before the race as well. Were you worried at all when Brad handed up and had that horse that was the outsider of the field in front of him?
Well, it's not ideal, but, you know, you've got to back your confidence, and Brad was obviously happy to let that happen, and the gap produced at the top of the straight. So, yeah, I guess, you know, he knows what he's got underneath him, and yeah, he's riding with a bit of confidence.
Exactly what he did. How is Platoon on the week back up heading towards the railway? How did he come through the run on the weekend?
Yeah, easy. Yeah, no problem at all. So, you know, it's a big test for him coming out of the 72-plus races, winning and then running second on Saturday. But I just feel that the heat might have got to him. A couple of days of pretty intense heat. He just didn't seem to be quite himself, but he's bounced right back with the cooler weather, and he's definitely an improver. Whether he's good enough, we'll find out Saturday.
I believe I heard a whisper that you may have even jumped aboard him at the beach.
Yeah, correct. They even had Cess on him yesterday, so he'll appreciate the weight drop on Saturday.
He's a weight carrier, that's for sure. Well done on this win.
Good day, thank you.
Neville Parnham will catch up with Brad now. Brad, your dad was very confident about the chances of this horse. What were your thoughts in running?
I was pretty confident coming into today. He worked really well on Saturday, so I knew he was going good in himself. I was a little concerned to let that horse cross me, but I was probably going to get into a spot where if I didn't let it cross me, I probably would have done too much. So I had to let it cross me and just hope that the runs would come. And fortunately, I was able to get on Chris's back just before straightening. And then when we straightened up, my horse let down pretty good. He never really used to have a turn of foot. He used to take a while to get into it, but his last two runs, he's sprinted off the mark pretty good. So I was really happy with that.
Really nice victory. Well done.
Thank you.
Neville and Brad Parnham combining to take out the second. They were pretty confident and annihilate.